Hey guys, it's Zach from yawA, and this is episode 2 of Hot Takes. Today I'm going to be taking you through kind of do's and don'ts with the Insta360. We got the 1R. They have a lot of different cameras, so be sure to peruse their website and see if you can find one that's best suited for what you want to use it for. But we use this for a lot of travel content. It's really cool because it's a versatile way to get creative outside the box content without having to spend too much time. They have their own app which you connect directly to in the camera, and you can actually edit the footage on the camera right there in the app. So you don't need to pull it into After Effects or a different video editing software, which is really convenient, especially when you're on the go. So some of the things that we use this for is tiny planet videos, really efficient ways to create those tiny planet videos with this camera. You have, cameras on both sides that are pulling in literally the entire frame around you. So one place that I haven't used this for, but I think it could be cool, would be something like a wedding, as like a third or fourth camera option, where you just let it record during the I do's or the ceremony. And what's really cool about it is if you pick the right frame, you really would be able to re-edit that same video a million times and focus on different guests. You could focus on just the parents one time while they're crying during the I do's, then re-edit the same video and focus on the bride and groom, re-edit the same video, focus on some other guest. So that ability to turn one video into 50 videos with different frames and literally different content of the same moment is really cool and really useful, because you kind of don't miss anything. Whereas with a conventional camera, you pick your frame and you're married to that frame, and you might have missed a really cool moment just because you weren't focused on it, or the tripod was set and it wasn't focused on that frame. With a camera like this, you're taking in everything. Again, their app also has some really cool kind of like pre-made edits that you can shoot with that edit in mind. They also provide a tutorial for each of the desired effects or edits. So there's like a cloning one, and you can look at the tutorial right in advance, and then boom, you shoot exactly the way you're told to shoot and you get the output that you're looking for, which is great, just so you don't have to do reshoots and get laborious with that. There's also one where you kind of basically do this 3 feet away from your subject in different frames. And we use that one for one of our short-term rental promotions, and that video came out really cool. We were able to show off each of the rooms in a creative way. Videos like that look like they would take a long time for the viewer, especially if they don't know about Insta360 or their capabilities on the app. But they really don't take a ton of time, which is really good for a content creator. You're trying to feed the beast. You want to have content available and be posting as much as possible. Cameras like this really allow you to get creative, but also be efficient. So you can also do tiny planet videos, which I'm a big fan of. I just think they look super cool. And in addition to that, you can also do, a multitude of new little AI edits that they've now added to their update on the app. So you can also keyframe and edit yourself. You can highlight an object or a subject or a person and track them. So this could be cool if you wanted to make yourself a reel for your sports or for your kids' sports. This would allow you to track them. Let's say they're playing tennis or something, and you have the camera set up on the tennis court and you're filming, and just you track yourself or your kid or something like that, so that way they're focused. The camera frame is always focused on them no matter where they're moving, so you don't have to physically move to keep track of the subject, which is really cool and super user friendly because you just stick the camera down. One of the features that I've been testing out that I don't think has really gotten much traction on our YouTube channel yet, but I think as people start to get more augmented reality glasses or goggles and start to use them to view YouTube, one of the cool things you can do is just set this tripod up, pick a cool frame that you would like to be the POV, and record for a couple minutes, 10, 20 minutes, etc. Especially if there's nice movement in the room or space. And you can actually upload direct from the app to YouTube as a 360 video. And what that allows for is, let's say you're viewing the video on your phone on YouTube, you would be able to move your phone around, and that would change the perspective and view that you're looking at, as if you are the camera and your POV. You would be able to move. If you look up, you see the sky. If you look down, you see the floor. And I think that's super cool, especially with the VR goggles on, because it allows you to basically put yourself into a space. So if you were at a zoo or something, you would be able to view that video and look around to see all the animals, not just this one fixed frame perspective, which personally I think is like super cool. And part of me thinks that will be the future of content. But we'll see. The other cool thing is as you extend this stick, when you film and edit via the app, the camera and the app remove the stick. So it makes it completely invisible. So that really almost makes it look like a lot of the shots that you're doing are drone shots. I remember we used this camera and provided it to Miguel Antonio Horn for him to walk over his massive sculpture before it was inputted on Cuthbert Street. And he was able to scale his sculpture holding this camera up, and it made it look like he was being followed by a drone as he scaled his sculpture. And the shots that you get are just something you can't really get with most other cameras. On a do's and don'ts perspective, if you're filming a vlog or something like that, you just want to have a secondary audio source because the audio isn't great on here, especially if you have the case on, because that kind of covers the microphone. Also, on a do's and don'ts perspective, it says it's waterproof, or to an extent. I haven't tried it just because when you connect the battery to the interchangeable LCD screen and camera, there is like a little tiny gap. So logic would tell me water could get in there. I don't know what the deal is with that. I just didn't want to risk it for the biscuit. And so I haven't really tried it. I have gotten snow on the camera before and it didn't do anything in the sense of it not working after that. So that's good. But yeah, I haven't really tested that capability too much. But at the size of a GoPro, it's super easy to travel with this thing. And you can get some really cool creative frames that, again, look like drone shots or look like really high-end cameras. Also good for behind the scene footage if you're doing like a high production shoot with a lot of really nice cameras and you kind of want to document the experience or film a time lapse of you prepping everything and be able to actually film yourself while you're filming something else. This is a really cool camera to have to just get BTS footage. The edits that they provide for you on the app itself are really cool and creative and also kind of inspire you creatively to think outside the box. So I always love equipment like that. You know, at the end of the day, I would definitely say this is worth investing in. I think it was like $200 to $300, but I know they have a bunch of different 360 cameras that you can look through. One almost like it can attach to your shirt. It's like a smaller lapel looking version, and that looks pretty cool as well. So I'm a big fan of the brand. Definitely happy we purchased it. I use it a lot. I'm gonna throw some B-roll on this video to show you some of the cool things that we've done with it to see if it inspires you to say, hey, I want this thing. But again, we use it for a lot of our travel content for the YouTube channel and for a lot of our, production shoots with Outside the Box. So if you get it, let me know what you think. If you have any issues with it, happy to try and help. They have pretty good customer support from my experience. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And I will link to this product in the video so you can take a look yourself. But again, you see the dual camera options. And like I said, the ability to be able to edit the video yourself in app rather than having to go to a different video editing software like After Effects. You can keyframe on here, you can subject and object track, so sky's the limit. And when you're traveling, you can edit directly from your phone or iPad, so it's just super convenient. You can be on the go and you can get really creative content done quickly and easily, which is really convenient, as we all know, in this world of feeding the beast and constant content. It's nice to not have to spend hours to get an output that you're proud of. So check it out and stay tuned for episode 3 of Hot Takes.